never forget the moment we walked down the hall of the orphanage knowing that we were about to meet our daughter for the first time.
It was an experience I can't even put into words because it was that moment that I knew God had ordained for us to finally meet this little girl we had prayed for over a year. Jeremy had brought up the idea of possibly adopting a child with Down syndrome someday, but the prospect of inviting someone new with extra difficulties into my life seemed daunting. However, life without a mom and dad is daunting. Growing up in an orphanage with a disability is daunting. And if not us, then who?
Hi, I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Sarah, and this is our daughter, Maria. Jeremy and I both grew up wanting to adopt someday. And I remember when we were engaged that we had a discussion and said, yeah, let's foster care or adopt someday.
Now, we had 4 kids already, but we also knew that there's an estimated 150 million kids in orphanages worldwide. These kids need a mom and a dad, and they deserve to have a mom and a dad. After our 4th son turned 2, we were ready to start our adoption journey. And one of Sarah's friends sent her a couple websites of children who are waiting for adoptive families.
I'd only spent a few moments on one of the websites when I saw Maria's picture, and I immediately just recognized her, and her face just jumped off the screen at me, and I think I fell in love at first sight. I showed Jeremy her profile. He was working from home that day, and it took him 5 seconds to say, yep, let's do it. We began the adoption process without having much money for it saved, but each step of the way we had enough. We knew our God was the ultimate provider. He makes a way when you're obedient to Him. That definitely happened for us when we faced the financial cost that comes along with adoption.
We refinanced our house, we ran a yard sale, we had online auctions and raffles, and we started a fundraising page where friends, family, and even strangers helped us with the costs involved. We also received a grant from Stephen Curtis Chapman's foundation, Show Hope. There's a lot of people and resources out there that can help. People with Down syndrome have been blessed with an extra chromosome, and they also have been blessed with an extra amount of love to pour into the world. Whether it's my value, your value, or Maria's value, our value doesn't come from what we can or cannot do. It's purely based on the fact that we're all equally made in the image of the living God.
After spending a week with Maria, we had to say goodbye and go back home, and it was really hard to leave her there. But 5 months later, we finally got the call that we could go back and bring her home finally.
Okay, you ready? He said get ready. Are you ready?
We were ecstatic to finally be bringing Maria home, but we are also aware that adoption is born out of a great loss. In every case, a mother and father, for whatever reason, are separated from the child that they made.
But God can take tragedy and turn it into something beautiful. The root of adoption is an awareness that a child is in need of one of the most important elements in life, a mom and a dad. So our joy is also balanced with somber awe that we have the privilege of stepping into that role.
Bye-bye.
Happy day, little girl. We cringe when people will say things like, "You are saints for adopting a child with special needs." We aren't. We are imperfect people who God adopted into His family. Maria can accomplish great things, and we are blessed to go along for the ride. Adding a new child is always a challenge, but any difficulties are worth it. Maria has really fit right in and has brought another level of joy and laughter into our home. It's really beautiful to see the effect she's had on her brothers. We want our boys to see absolutely everyone with kindness and come alongside of people to help them. And they are really learning so many wonderful lessons through this experience.
It's a good catcher.
Good throw.
Maria's caretakers at her orphanage smiled when they heard that she would have 4 brothers, and they gave us a big thumbs up. They shared with us that she was tough and could hold her own, and she absolutely can. She loves to play ball and race and dance and run outside with the boys. Maria is already changing the world around her and inspiring others with her joy and empathy, fearlessness and kindness. She engages strangers and melts hearts. So wherever we go, we're always making new friends and building bridges to other lives in a world where that's often hard to do.